Hi and welcome to the 2002 Australian Modified Production Car Championships. This is early in day one and the stands are starting to fill. A few clouds earlier on, but they're gone now and we're set to see some great modified production car racing. Myself and Wes Beedman will bring you all the action of this, the Australian Modified Production Car Championship for 2002. Thanks to Shane Stollett at High Performance Videos. Well, Peter Lack's going to be a very, very busy man this weekend. He's driving two cars, one a little bit older and one brand spanking new. He and team owner Graham Earhart out here checking out the racing surface and getting the cars dialed in for a perfect set of heat races later on tonight. Well, Peter Lack, you've probably done more laps around here than most.
Yeah, we've done 1 or 2 laps around here, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes tonight. The track's very different tonight, so it's probably going to catch us out a bit, but, you know, we'll get on top of it and quickly and hook in, yeah.
Now, this year you've teamed up with Graham and Wendy Earhart, and between you, you've probably dominated modified production in Queensland.
In Queensland, we've never run against these southern guys, or not a lot of the southern guys as yet. We've run against no one really in the new car. We've only done one meeting in the new car, and a lot of unknowns, but like we said, we'll pull on top of it.
Peter, good luck in tomorrow night's feature race. I know you're going to qualify, and I want to talk to you on the podium tomorrow night.
I hope to too.
Keep it safe, keep it fast, and turn left, Pete.
We will.
Graham Earhart is owner of both cars. It must give you a great deal of confidence to have Peter Lack behind the wheel of them.
Yeah, Wendy and I are really proud to present two really class cars this weekend, and you know, we would really like to be on the podium tomorrow night. And Peter's had a great year in the old car, and the new car is shaping up to be just a really fast motor car. So if we can keep it all together, keep our heads screwed on, and hopefully be there tomorrow night.
Graham, we've always known Peter's had a ton of ability, and it's probably now thanks to you that he's got the car that matches his ability.
Oh, Peter's a great driver, and probably one of the best things about Peter is he looks after the machinery mechanically. I mean, he drives it hard, he drives it fast, but he does look after it mechanically.
Thanks, Graham. All the best for tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Well, Steve Jordan, you're no stranger to Toowoomba's Charlton Raceway, but this one is a little bit different to most.
It is. It's brought a lot of the top guys from modified production Australia-wide here to Toowoomba, and it's going to be an outstanding race meeting.
Last meeting here a fortnight or so ago, you looked like you were fairly on fire. I don't think those four wheels touched the track in a couple of places, but you certainly knew how to get it around.
Yeah, we are no stranger to Toowoomba, and yeah, we do get motoring around here if we get the right setup on the night. I mean, whoever's got the horsepower tonight will be very strong contenders, and basically whoever's thinking tomorrow night when the track gets a little bit thicker will be there in the end too.
There's a lot of good cars here this weekend, mate. Who's your tip?
Oh, well, I've got to pick myself, don't I? But no, in hindsight, I've passed from myself. Well, you got to look at the guys that have sort of been coming second, as in the Millses. I mean, that crew there's been second in every title it's been going to just of late. You got a few guys around here with some pretty tough engines, Browns, a few of the guys, Sullivan down south, you know, like they're all strong contenders, so it's anyone's game, you know.
Good luck with it, Steve.
Thanks very much, eh?
With drivers' briefing now over, let's get ready to rumble.
Born to be wild, that's definitely what they are to be, our modified production drivers out there on their fantastic looking parade laps. And I tell you what, haven't we got a big night in store for you? Have a look at some of these cars out there. Some brand new AU Falcons, some brand new, very particularly nice Commodores out there, and we've got a host of other makes and brands. The 6-cylinder cars that are doing battle. No 4-cylinder cars, though, I have noticed this weekend. Maybe that's just because of the long, fast straights here at Down Speedway.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Wes. We have a top star-studded field of race cars here.
Well, the First round of action here tonight. They are going to be going like a bat out of hell, and it is going to be a big field. Justin Drew, Peter Lack, Wayne Carter, Ed Pearson, Shane Skeen, Gary Pagel, Mark Pagel, Troy Brittle, Brian Leroy, Darryl White looking to come out. Great start by Lack on the outside. Down the inside him is Justin Drew. Have a look at the two Pagel cars now. Trying to find the way to the field. Ed Pearson a little bit crossed up on the back straight. Down the sloppy luck. Big tailgate there from Brian Leroy. Brian Leroy's car heavily damaged on turn number 3. The yellow, big weight on his shoulders this weekend. Driving 2 cars, the Woodstock Seedling VX Commodore goes round the outside of Justin Drew. Third place now is, of course, Wayne Carter. And Carter tries to settle the Commodore. And have a look at Justin Drew throwing the Commodore about. She's up on 2 wheels at turn number 4. But they certainly got the Commodore sorted pretty quickly. Car number 55, the Woodstock Seedlings Commodore, has settled into a nice pace out front. White now trying to make his way through. He's onto the back of Pagel. And Gary Pagel having all sorts of problems with the old car, 62. The Getz all-moving VC Commodore, nowhere near as quick as the front-running V6 Commodores that are running out in front, the VS and VX Commodores. But Darren White, isn't he giving Pagel a hurry up in the John Deere engine car? White in car 58, really pushing quite hard to make the best he can out of 12 laps here. Justin Drew now settling down into the groove, trying to chase Peter Lack, who's got this car into a nice rhythm, running quite high on the track. Everybody says that's where the fast line was going to be, up against the boards, out through turn number 2. Along the back straight they travel. Pagel's going backwards in the old Commodore. Pearson's now all over him. The Commodore does not seem to have the grip for all this. What he needs is the first seated or Gary Pagel, ex-Australian champion, not coming to grips with the old car very well at the moment. They've really settled into a rhythm. We've got 6 laps completed so far. 12 laps is the distance. They're travelling at considerable pace so far. The cars have settled into this groove. Have a look at Lack now, trying to find the highest possible line he can and to keep that car wound right up. Troy Brittle now under attack by Gary Pagel as he tries to wind the old Commodore up. Ed Pearson's got no answer for Pagel in front as well. But our race leader now getting close to starting to lap these guys. We have 4 laps remaining. 4 laps remaining. Is on debut here at this track. The Woodstock Seedlings car going to take its first seat. It looks like it's going to. The car settling into a nice rhythm, running high on the track. Justin Drew, the Victorian car, the all-red VS Commodore, really looking like he can hold the pace, but he's got no answer or no way of getting past him. 2 laps remaining. This has been a great opening heat. Troy Brittle knows all about Gary Pagel. They're running great for ninth place at the moment, and they are really having a great battle. Pagel playing peekaboo left and right. White flag out for our race leader. He is going to get a chance at lapping this field. Pearson is going to fall into his grips here over on the back straight between turns 3 and 4. Well, put your hands together. This is the first heat for these guys. It will be taken by Peter Lack of the Woodstock Seedlings car 55. Second place was by Justin Drew. Wayne Carter in car 82 came through to take third. And I tell you what, David, when we looked at some of the attitudes of the car and cars in their setup, very interesting to see some. Alan Irwin now rolling. Well, Alan Irwin there sitting on the infield, the Campbell wrecking car with a tyre gone down. Look for Max Bennett's on the pole line. Outside him is Sean Resagan from the burn end, and out goes, in fact, Max Bennett. Very quickly to third corner, Resagan on the outside, only due to modified production. He's getting a hell of a wake up here from Hooper down the inside of the Cortina. Have a look at Truant now, coming underneath Resuggett in the XF Falcon. Oh, Truant, very sideways, but have a look at Bob Wally up on the boards and trying to go around the outside. Tagged the wall into turn number 1, and now he's still persisting with the high line. He believes this is the fast way around. Washes up a little bit in turns 3 and 4, but he's going to get the right line around the outside of Resuggett. So Walling now to 4th place. Bennett all in trouble in the North Queensland car, but here comes Hooper. Behind him is Truant. He's settled a nice pace, and here comes Walling. Have a look at Jason Jolly now. He's decided to run up on the boards as well. Gilroy's in front of him. He's trying to keep high. Truant and Hooper are doing battle over there, as well as Bob Walling. This is the battle for second place. Out in front is Max Bennett. If he just keeps his head, he'll keep away from these guys. Let the battle unfold behind him. Jason Jolly showing the protest flag, then he won't be happy about that. Look at Jolly up on the high line. He gets 1. Jolly now past 3 cars to come forward. Oh, a bit of bump and shove. We have got a yellow flag. Bennett down in front. Hooper behind him. We've gone green. Bennett now leads them away. Hooper then back to Truant with Resuggett and Gilroy behind them. Have a look at Jason Jolly straight round the outside of Trevor Mills, so they don't care where you thought you were starting from. I'm gone. To Jason Jolly now, the John Chant Motors #1 Australian car. The Commodore up the inside of Gilroy. Their battle down to Lismore was something to see in last year's Australian title, but Jolly hasn't. He got some road speed happening. He's up into 5th place and he's up to 4th very quickly. Bennett is out in front. That Malcolm looks nicely settled. Hooper now trying to find some speed, but have a look at Jolly. He'll go around the outside of Resuggett as they turn into turn number 3. Resuggett in a very experienced and well-campaigned car. That, of course, is the old Brent Barron VL Commodore. That car definitely knows its way around any South Burnett track. Resuggett really a rookie in this class, but doing well. He's on the back of Glenn Truant, and he's got the Australian champion breathing all over him. Look at Jolly up here on the board. We've got 4 laps remaining. Here comes Hooper. He's starting to go forward. Bennett isn't going to go to sleep. Oh, Resuggett now onto the back of Truant. He carried so much road speed into turn number 3. Jolly's starting to get frustrated behind these guys. It really is a hard ask for the Australian champion to try and find a way around in the John Chant Motors car. Truant now in 3rd place. He's got no answer for Warren Hooper. The man we're watching is Jason Jolly, a straight one, and he tries to make his way around the outside. Gilroy now is trying to find some speed. He's got Jolly now. 60 nose up the outside of Resuggett. Watch him come down on the inside, Jolly. Good move under and over. So Resuggett and Jolly just traded nose and rear quarters. But Jolly's going for it over to the road speed as he makes his way out of turn number 2. Checkered flag time. Max Bennett takes the win. 2nd place, Shoreline Transport car of Hooper. 3rd will be Glenn Truant with Jason Jolly in for 4th. This is the Logan City bus driver, the world's fastest bus driver, in fact, out there doing battle for the Logan City coach's car. 05, the old Commodore. This is going to be an interesting race for Peter Lack. He's jumped out of one car into another. They would probably handle totally differently, but the skill of Peter Lack will come to play. Watch Andy Gibbard down on the pole. Mono's on the outside, Gibbard down on the inside, and Andy Gibbard takes the mid-track line. But have a look at Peter Lack. He's found some ball pretty quickly. Ties down on the inside of Pottage, and he's going to hold Pottage out as they make their way through. Oh, one's gone high. One's gone high up to the wall. Andy Gibbard still holding on. That was Sullivan. Sullivan came into turn number 3. So hot he was on fire as he hit the wall. Here comes Peter Lack, the Wistop Leadling 005 car as Peter Lack now finds its way in front, and away he starts to pedal. It's going to be a hard decision for him when it comes to a series final. but he's going to drive the one Commodore or the other. How's he going to decide? Andy Gifford now under assault. Darren Potage on the outside. Here comes Gilroy. Gilroy now tries his way up the inside of Potage, and he's on the move forward as well. Up against the wall is Lewis. That's not the place to be. Gilroy now, Miles. Gilroy sets the car up. This is a titanic struggle for second place. Andy Gifford doesn't know what to do. He's got Miles Gilroy appearing left and right. Gilroy, good drive out of turn number 4. He makes his way down the inside. Oh, Gifford caught. So he's got on the inside. Gilroy, have a look at the opportunities there. Darren Potage has made his way up to Gifford's gone from second to fourth in a matter of seconds. Gilroy up the inside, and now he's out in a chase for Peter Lack. Has he got the road speed? 6 laps to go? I don't think so. Peter Lack has cleared out, and we've got Seedling's number 05 car. The older, reliable, steady Trojan that it is. Graham O'Hara entered both cars. Same driver. Let's have 2 goes at this title. Gifford's car now starting to blow a little smoke. I don't know what that is. It's on trailing throttle and it even puffs worse. We'll get David to check that out. Oh, Gifford's car. Gifford's car, the fire's gone out. It's not a happy car at all. Gilroy behind him. Gilroy now is in touch with Peter Lack. This is what he wanted. Can I run with the man that they've all got the money on to win this title? Miles Gilroy's asked himself that question. But have a look at Sullivan on the inside of Potage. Gilroy now very sideways. Sullivan and Potage are trained pedal for pedal. Sullivan very aggressive up into 3rd place. Now he's going to have a look at Miles Gilroy. Sullivan's going to be a car to watch this weekend. We know very little about him. But I tell you what, we're learning very quick, as did Potage. Oh, Potage give him a lump tap as they come across the start-finish line. Gilroy now has got an absolute mirror full of this green and yellow Commodore. 2 laps remaining. It's white flag time for Peter Lack out front. Gilroy got very untidy. Here comes Sullivan up the inside. Wayne Sullivan now up in 2nd place. Miles Gilroy washes up in turn number 2. He's got a problem. He's got to hang on to it. Have a look at Sullivan now. Good road speed, but Peter Lack 2 from 2. He's so far for him. Sullivan a great drive from the rear. Potage in the 3rd. Gilroy and help hangs on to, but very slickly to 4th. Would David go lightly? Andy Gifford now rolls across to get at least finishing points for the B&T Automotive car. And someone's lost a wheel. And that looks like Gifford's just lost that wheel right across the finish line.
3. Well, Ashley Parkinson, your first visit to Queensland, and welcome to Toowoomba.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Should be a good weekend, hopefully.
Australian titles, that sort of worry you too much, or are you just here to race?
No, we're here to win it. Hopefully we'll have a good run. We had a pretty ordinary run last year, but car's going well, so hopefully we'll, give it a bit of a shake.
And where are you exactly from?
We're from home track of Rosedale, which is a fair way down in Victoria there, so it's about 18-hour drive I think it took us to get here. So.
And what's the standard of modified production down in Victoria?
It's pretty quick actually. There's a lot of good competitive racing down there, and it's pretty hard and fast, so it's not too bad.
And have you had a chance to check out the track yet?
Yeah, we went out there and looked around and jumped in the puddles for a while, but yeah, it's drying up now and hopefully it'll come good.
Just from visuals, how does it compare to what you've raced on before?
Oh, it's round and it's got walls, so hopefully we'll stay on the round stuff and not the...
It's pretty much the same, it's Speedway. Mate, good luck with this weekend.
Thanks, boss.
Not great hot food and fantastic hot coffee from all of our catering facilities here. And don't forget about the title t-shirts that are available, the great polo shirt car there of Ron Watts. As I said, that car looked and sounded the business in practice early this afternoon. I expect him to be quick. Here they come, we're waiting for a green light. We've got Racing Jensen now on the pole line, takes away. Car 61, that is Brian Galley up on the inside. He's had a great start. David Bush now got hosed down, pushed sideways. Galley's gone through. Have a look at Jacoby now, up on the inside. To Jacoby up in second place. He's going to push Galley. And the EL Falcon of Jacoby now slots himself in the second place, but out in front, Chris Jensen's found a clean set heel so far in this Commodore. Jensen settles into a nice routine. The Wizard Racing VS Commodore. David Bush now tries to find a rhythm. Here comes Ron Watts. He's having a look down the inside. Under brakes, he takes it. So Watts now is on the move forward. He's come up into the top four. Jacoby in the Falcon. Slots his nose up the inside of Jensen. There's no way around there. He's going to wait for a while, but have a look at David Bush. He hasn't given it at all. Jacoby now lets the car slide high up onto the track. Jacoby tries to find a way on the inside. Oh, big push from Jacoby. Big and Brian Galley now slots back in the second place, and Jacoby's got it all to do again. Jacoby not at all happy at this stage, wrestling with this XR6EL Falcon. Oh, same corner, same problem. The car washes up, he's going backwards. Here comes Ron Watts, up in the third place. He was going very quickly in practice, and now he's gone the same. He's washed up high as well. So Jacoby comes back underneath. The rust is starting to play a big part in the way these races are going to settle themselves down. Jacoby finally gets through turns 1 and 2 properly. Oh, here comes Brian Galley up the inside. Oh, problems with our race leader. Chris Jensen's got a problem. That car comes with a front halt. I've got no idea what happened.
No, that's what the problem is. So the problem is, Wes.
We've gone racing again, and have a look at Galley. Galley's up on the inside. He's gone away from Jacoby. Oh, no. Yellow lights are on again. David Stretton's got a problem in the Centura. He's got Jacoby behind him. Galley, number 61, with Jacoby all over the back of him. Here comes Watt as well, with Bush and also the flying Ashley Parkinson behind him. We've got 5 laps left to run in this heat. Oh, Jacoby's got bad problems with his car. It is really bouncing around the front and is pushing like all hell. Here comes David Bush up the inside. Bushy, as he's affectionately known, has got himself under 4th place, but here comes Ashley Parkinson. But out in front, David Galley's now starting to go. Brian Galley's starting to go away. Ron Watts is now under assault. He has got Ashley Parkinson and Jacoby now all over the back of him. There's 2 blokes you don't want following you around a racetrack. Watts has got the car into a groove. Oh, tangle and tuck between Watts and Jacoby. But Galley now, have a look at Parkinson. He tries to run high. Jacoby shows him the wall. Here comes David Bush down the inside. This is the battle for 4th place, not 1st. Galley now. There's 1 lap left remaining. It'll be checkered flag time for him the next time around. He waited patiently. Have a look at Jacoby and Watt. 2nd place isn't decided yet. But 1st place is going to go to Brian Galley. 2nd place to Watt. Jacoby takes 3rd. Ashley Parkinson from position 11 comes in at 4th place, with David Bush holding on to 5th. Oh, dearie, dearie me. You're down there with one very, very, I suppose, despondent David Stratton. David. To watch coming from the rear. Barron in this fantastic race car in front. Our pace car pulls off. Its orange lights are gone. We are looking for a start very shortly. We're going to go green. Watch Todd Doyle on the pole line, but watch Graham Bing behind him as well. Bing now winds the Falcon up, rolling on the outside. Doyle down on the pole line, but Walling's got a great run. They're side by side through turn 2. Now they make their way to turn number 3. Have a look at Walling. Happy to run the high line, but Doyle washes up. Oh, nearly gets airborne at the VL. Oh, Walling and him have contact. So Walling's very forceful. Doyle doing the same, but Walling's got some great pace. Oh, we've got 1 round. Got cars around everywhere in turns number 2. Greg Walling gets that start out last time. Doyle very sideways on the start. Him and Walling go to it straight away. Walling's up on the high line. Doyle's going to try and keep him there. So Todd Doyle now holds the lead and leads us for the first time in this heat. Walling now drops into second place. Have a look at Wilson around the outside. Himself and car 34, Neil Watson, doing battle. Chris Top now finds his way. Someone's up on the fence. Well, David, I don't know how we're going. We've tried 3 times now to get this thing started. The nerves must be really settled in these guys.
Yeah, they're all
For a start very shortly. Todd Doyle and Greg Walling go to battle again. This has been entertaining so far as Barron falls onto the infield. Walling high up onto the board. Doyle now mid-track. Walling trying to get some drive. Him and Doyle come together again, but have a look at the battle between those guys. And of course here comes Neil Watson now to third place. We're going back to Chris Top and Top and Wilson. Top and Wilson come together on the main side. Oh, the car's going into it. That's Jerry Flood. So Flooddy's turned around on the start. Oh, dearie. Doyle now gets Walling up against the board. The Doyle starts him high. Walling drops straight in. Car 63 behind them. Doing a great job so far. Is of course the car of Wilson. As they make their way through. Wilson in third place, car 53. 76 behind him is Chris Tapp. He's in fourth place. With car 23 up behind them, of course, is Robert Trapp. Doyle now holds off Greg Walling. Walling does not seem to have an answer. He's great, starts very well, but Doyle from his car wound up. The better electrical Corvette Queensland VL Commodore. But that tyre rubbing on the Walling car is making him nervous. Wilson is waiting. Barron's now up in the high line. He just wants the finishing points. He's up out everybody's way. Doyle down on the inside. Walling on the inside. Wilson goes through cleanly. Oh, look at the traffic over here. The battle for fourth place. They're going to go 2 and 3 wide. Chris Todd goes into turn number 3 in front of this battle. With Robert Trapp behind him. But Wilson has really settled down into a pack. Walling's trying to get onto the back of Todd Doyle. And Todd Doyle's out front, knowing that he's got 2 very quick cars behind him. The Pancake Factory car of Wilson, looking like it's a fantastic mixture out there. He's really can place the car wherever he wants to, but he can't find a way past Walling. Walling's car now starting to deteriorate. Maybe this tyre's starting to rub. Todd Doyle, the better electrical car, has settled into what he would call a nice rhythm, as he now has 6 laps left remaining. Oh, Chris Top under siege down the back in the battle for 4th place. Incredible. And here comes Wilson. He's found a way up the inside of Wilson. So Wilson is away. He's in front of Walling, and now he's out after. Todd Doyle, 4 laps remaining. Wilson's got that car hooked up. He's going forward. Barron on the high line, just limping the Commodore around. Doyle, the better electrical car, really is having a problem holding on to these guys. Or shaking them loose, I should say. 3 laps remaining for Todd Doyle. Jerry Flood now limping the old Cortina around. 2 laps remaining for our race leader. Wilson is on the hunt. I don't think he's got enough time. Yellow flags are out. Yellow flags are out. I've got no idea. I can't see. David, you're in a better position than me. Then back to Walling. Let's watch them start. Doyle. We go green. Wilson. Great start by him as well. Walling's car car does not look like it's happy. You are quite true, David. That car, that wheel unloaded, is flapping around terribly in the front. It hasn't slowed him down, though. Have a look at the push for Worley with this car that is limping. How good's his drive? He's found the way on the inside. It will be stuck down low on the track. Wilson closes the door. The rest of the field now starts to try up on him. Car number 34 is Neil Watson, trying to find a way round. It is unbelievable the push that these guys are getting for this car. Todd Doyle takes the win. Wilson's going to take second. Third back to Greg Worley. I think that is, of course, Watson in for fourth. With Mark Ferguson from the rear, possibly up into fifth. I don't know about you, David, but if that was his handling as bad as that front left hand looked on Worley's car, that's a heroic effort. 3.
Well, Greg Raymond, Australian titles have never been kind to you over the last couple of years.
Well, yeah, they have really. I've had a ball.
You've had a ball, but not good results?
Oh, yeah, pretty good. I haven't won any, but I've got plenty of positions.
Now, you're known as Modified Productions Mr. Excitement. I mean, you put the car over here a couple of weeks ago. This is the car and it's back again.
Yeah, well, that won't happen again.
There's a lot of good cars here tonight, Greg. How do you feel about the standard of car that's here?
Yeah, there always is plenty of good cars, but no problems. We'll get there.
You're going out now to practice. The rain last night obviously didn't help anyone's cause. Is it an advantage or a disadvantage to go off your practice straight into your heats?
Oh, I like it that way. It's better. You're more prepared for your first heat then.
The nerves aren't so worked up.
No, that's right.
Good luck with it. I wish you well this weekend, and hopefully I can talk to you on the podium tomorrow night.
Thank you. You will.
Watch Raymond, watch Steve Jordan. Gary Brown on the outside's going to be happy about that. He doesn't mind running high. And of course that now allows Chris Waters a nice clean run if he does that. Browley up on the inside. Gary Brown now runs high on the outside of Raymond. Raymond got a little bit untidy, but Browley out of position 2 goes forward. Raymond now to second. The Lindy car then off. Chris Waters now drops into his third place and he's out. After these guys, the Lindy Northwood car. How good does that car look? How good does it handle? How good's it going to go? He's up on the inside of Raymond. And Raymond then lock horns now for second place. Steve Jordan patiently sits back in third. Russell Baldry now trying to find a way around. The Vixen Auto Wreckers car. Car number 9, Queensland number 1. Here comes Steve Jordan now. Jordan up the inside of Raymond. Raymond's got problems. Everybody's passing point wins at the moment. Oh, Raymond gets a front of Charlton Baldry. Comes to a Nicolette as well. So Raymond now limping around. Here comes Travis Barron on the inside. It's a 2EL XR6 Falcons doing battle. But Gary Brown out in front for Craig R. Performance. Aussie track clear as well. It's fantastic. He's maintained and prepared car. Nicolette. Now Raymond's got the car back on top. He was Baldry doing battle with Nicolette. That's the battle for 5th place. Third is Steve Jordan. The car number 41 is of course Darren Cockrell. But Jordan now starting to put a gap between him and Cockrell. But Chris Waters at this time settles the AU Falcon into a rhythm. He's got 6 laps remaining. Oh no, car number 16, Mikulev, up into the gate entry into the pits. And now look at Gary Brown. Puts the foot through the firewall and tries to drive away from Chris Waters. Chris Waters now knows he's got to have Russell Baldry's really started to burn very quickly in this heat. He's found himself up there, and I'll tell you what, Steve Jordan's gone to say, oh, Baldry and Raymond. Baldry's got a problem, his side was everywhere. And Russell Baldry, if I'm not mistaken, is going to need a Bobcat or a front end loader to get him out of that mud. Okay, if he was the solicitor, you'd get him to go to bat for you, wouldn't you? Well done. Get yourself back in his original spot. The amber lights go off. We are going to be looking for start. Gary Brown's got to hang on for 5 laps. Chris Waters behind him. They come through. Brown now under and stops the Waters. Darren Cockrell behind him. He's a guy to watch. Waters' car is starting to trail a little bit of smoke. I don't know what that is, whether it's a rubbing tyre, but we'll all find out. Have a look at the car of Brown. That car looks extremely well presented. Brown's car doing a great job out in front. Now Brown runs forward, and we go back to Brett Waters. Third place is Darren Cockrell. And Cockrell now lets the two runners in front of him settle in the rhythm. He knows he's got to look up probably the outside of Brett Waters, but has he got the car to do it? Only few can run up against the board here and make a pass. But Gary Brown of the Aussie Trackwear car doing a great job. Oh, a bit of a push then for Waters. The car looks a little bit further through turn number 2. But Raymond Stefford got the car going forward. The car going backwards right now is Steve Jordan as Russell Baldry makes his way around the outside of Jordan. Second place is at the side of Darren Cockrell. The Victorian entrant trying to find a way around. We had one lap left to go. It's checkered flag time. Brown will take the win. Second place will be Chris Waters with Darren Cockrell third, with Raymond fourth. Russell Baldry comes to top, and Trav Barron now rounding out the top 6. Well, David, I don't know about you, but how good have these heats been so far?
Well, joining me now is the younger half of the Barron family, Travis Barron. I guess we can call you local.
Yeah, we come from Kingaroy, which is only 2 hours north of Toowoomba. So yeah, I guess you can call us local. We've done a bit of racing here, so we've got a bit of experience, yeah.
It's Modified Production's biggest night of the year. How are you shaped for it?
Well, we've come off 2 good runs here lately. Brett's come off a second here last meet, and I followed him home for third, and that was behind Toowoomba's dynamic Peter Lack. So that's a pretty good judgment in itself. So hopefully we've got a bit of track knowledge. Should be doing all right, so yeah.
The production car series this year has been pretty good. I guess it's guys like Graham Earhart that sort of put their head and shoulder into production car racing and really lifted the state of it in Queensland.
Oh, they've done a tremendous job. They've got right behind a series which is, it's brought together the whole of the Queensland race scene. Modified Production has really received a boost, and judging by the turnout of cars here, you couldn't get any higher quality field.
I mean, there's something like 66 Modified Production cars here, and every single one of them are just about the top of the art in Australian racing.
Well, if they're not at the top of the arc, they're very close to it, which leads to some very dynamic racing, closeness, competitiveness, and I'd say fierceness.
Good luck with it over the next couple of nights, and we wish you well.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
On all 6 cylinders, out of position number 5 on the inside row. Expected to come forward, Wayne Sullivan in front of him. He was charging forward in the last round too, so let's just watch the start. On the outside of it, Bob Erling coming off the rear. Have a look at Jacoby and Wright. Darren White, Jacoby do battle. Jacoby right around the outside. There goes Sullivan on the inside. And here comes Brett Barron. Brett Barron finally got a Commodore running on 6 cylinders. He's coming for him. Oh, I tell you what, White in all sorts of trouble there through 1 and 2. Almost speedload Jacoby. But Jacoby's off and running. Look at here comes your mate Brett Barron up through the field there. Oh, what's happened over the back there? Rears moves there. Wayne Sullivan had a big bit of contact in the middle of turn number 2. But Barron's come out at the better and he's out in tight. But Jacoby out in front. Barron will lead them away. Second place has come back for Peter. Third place is Peter Lack. And have a look at Peter Lack. He's come from right out the back of position 9 to the upper position 3. In the 1 of 2 cars he's driving here tonight, Peter. He's in 2 cars and driving 2 cars all night. Barron now all over back to Jacoby. Jacoby's got no answer at this stage. Barron's coming. Here comes Peter Lack. Well, I tell you what, look at Sullivan. He's got that big back of the bull. Yeah, he certainly has. But Jacoby out front. All the pressure now from Barron. And he's feeling the heat also from Peter Lack behind him. Look at this. Barron looks up the inside through turn 3. And Lack says, I'll have a dig at that too. Why not? Then, of course, behind him is Sullivan. We got a 4-way battle in this heat. It's a corker. Here comes Brett Barron to the lead. He didn't finish the last heat. He's going to make up for that. But here comes Peter Lack. He wants far. This is all Jacoby now back on the inside. now up in fourth spot. The flyer up in the fourth. That looks like a tyre on Barron's car. He's not going to be happy about that at all. He's had wretched luck. He's now going to try and hang on to finish at 4 laps remaining. Jacoby out in front. Here comes Peter Laxton to the ferry. He's got Wayne Sullivan behind him, and Sullivan hasn't given it in. But have a look at the car that's following these guys. He's come from absolutely nowhere to throw himself into this battle, and that's Justin Drew. He said, knock, 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 remember me. Yeah, Justin Drew now back of this pack of 3 out in front, Jacoby, Lack and Sullivan. As they go down into turn 3 now, there's 3 laps to go, 2 when they cross the strike this time. And it's Jacoby, followed by Lack and Sullivan. They settle down the front now. Having said that, look at that. Jacoby goes a little wide. Lack signs it up, runs the inside line. Looks up the inside, he's going to go through. Sullivan says, I'll have a piece of that as well. And goes through Jacoby. In the steep, the 2 corners, goes back to third. It could well be fourth here. Last lap, rather. Have a look at Peter Lack. He has made his own luck out here tonight. The 05 car. Peter Lack now with Sullivan all over the back of him, but this has been a great drive. Get to your feet. Put your hands together from position 9. Peter Lack takes the win. Sullivan comes in second place. Jacoby hangs on for third. Oh, Trevor, what a heat. Oh, definitely, Wes. That was the heat of the night so far. Plenty of lead changes there, and of course your heart goes out to Barron. Unfortunately for him, as he goes around there with a flat tyre. Thing was running magnificently on 6 cylinders.
Well, Gary Brown, you're about to go out for practice. It's the start of a big weekend for everybody.
Yeah, mate, and I'm nervous as all hell. We got a new motor in this car. It's never been on the track. Don't know what it's going to do.
I guess the rain didn't do us any favours last night. You didn't get a chance to practice, but is that going to really worry too much now because you're going out now?
Oh, yeah, it's going to worry me heaps. We don't know whether we've got oil leaks. We don't know whether we've got lots of horsepower. And you only get one shot at it. If we've got the wrong diff gears in, we don't get time to change them. So we hope for the best.
You've been around Charlton a few times, though. Is there a secret to this place?
Not really. Finish first. That's the best secret there is. It's a lovely little track, this. It's really good. You can run high, you can run low. It might be harder to run low because of the rain we've had here, but it's a good track. It's great.
Gary Brown, good luck over the next 2 nights.
Thanks, mate. We need it. We needed a lot of it. Thanks.
Yeah. Mills and Sean Rasuggan. Now, Sean Rasuggan in the old Brett Barron car. I guarantee you Brett Barron's probably wishing he had that car back tonight. The new car, nowhere near as reliable. Let's look for a start. This is going to go lightly on the pole. I tell you what, Troy Brittle, be looking for something from him. On the outside there, Darren Cockrell. Cockrell! Great start, straight around the outside and go lightly. Oh, Gary Brown came from nowhere. Brown came from nowhere trying to find a way around it. Now he's go lightly up the wall and Brown through to second place. Well, here we go. Oh, that is a big accident. That is really big. We're trying to find a way around it. Now he's go lightly up the wall and Brown through to second place. Well, here we go. Oh, that is a big accident. Brown now right round the outside with 41. And I tell you what, if he does this well, Darren Cockrell is going to Brownie with him, and that's exactly what happened. So Brown and Cockrell now, the Cockrell leads Brown. Third place is David Golightly. He hasn't gone fourth. Oh, Brittle goes up high and gets tagged from the rear. Of course, that looks like Graham Dean. So Dean and Brittle now doing battle for fourth place. Golightly holds off third. It really doesn't look like he can go around our first and second place drivers. David, how good does this car, car 41 down, Cockrell look? It's definitely going great guns at the moment. We're out there, way out there in front. And Gary Brown is all over the back of him like that proverbial cheap suit. And let's just wait and see what Gary Brown can do. There's 10 laps left to go. As Gary Brown tries to flag him down. The 11 car though is very, very nice through turns 1 and 2. Brown on and off the throttle. Gary Brown a little bit untidy there, down the back straight away. They go way back to third spot.
Let's go with the front runs at the moment. Where's Gary Brown doing an absolute outstanding job.
Have a look at Jim Spires now all over the back of Troy Brittle. He's giving him a hell of a hurry up to the two. This Falcon looks a little bit loose now to control, but is this far? As he makes his way down the inside of Brittle, no room there. We've got car 95, that's Chris Jensen trying to find a way through. Here he comes. Got some good road speed, but no answer this stage. 7 laps remaining, 5 completed. Oh! Bit of push and shove over, look at Graham Bing. Out in front, our race leader is still car 41. That's Darren Cockrell. Brownie set him up. They're up close and tight to car number 7. That's David Stretch and Ventura. But I tell you what, the two Commodores, the V6, will look at the money out front, David.
That traffic is certainly playing his part. Now here comes Gary Brown. Gary Brown on the inside, front row, and Brown has got the job done with 5 to go. But have a look sadly for Gary Brown. We've got caution on the racetrack, and I can't see the reasoning why.
I can tell you what it is. There's a complete front bar sitting on the front of the track. Not like he has now, he's going to take the run. The Cockerell has caught Brown napping. Oh, the very tiny there. Oh, Brian Bing's got a problem. He's on the infield. He's taken it out at halfway. But have a look at Brown. Oh, it was car 7 with him as well. That, of course, was David Street. The Darren Cockerell now. Oh, not very untidy. Here comes Gary Brown. The Brown takes their place again in their seat. Have a look at that move through. Cockerell now disappointed himself. He got all hooked up with some dramas. But Brown with 3 laps to go. Can't believe his luck. What an opportunist. Gary Brown comes down to position 4. Now finds himself in the lead. Troy Brittle now. Oh, Jensen. Jensen and Spires still doing battle over their place on the back. Jensen found a way past. Spires not happy about it. 2 laps remaining. But Gary Brown, the Aussie Trackway, Craig Hart performance car, out in front. Then we go back to Darren Cockerell. And the Glass Auto, fantastic looking VR Commodore. Troy Brittle in 3rd place. 4th place to Jim Spires. He's closing. It's checkered flag time. Gary Brown takes another win. Darren Cockerell, 2nd, 3rd will be Troy Brittle. Jim Spires comes in for 4th. Great ride by him. Brasuggan comes across, I think, 6th. Coming from the rear, that's 11th place. And I tell you what, they're really starting to let these guys know they're serious.
Get this heat underway. Let's hope that the car of Trevor Hughes has a better luck this time. Last time out, yellow lights out, Wes. We're getting ready for a start.
All right, this is going to be a great heat. Shane Skeen in the X. Have a look at this car 25. Skeen gets a great start. Baldry on the outside. Michael Halley now drops himself in. Skeen and Baldry go high. That's going to let it all happen underneath them. That certainly was who really made the best start of that, of course, was Neil Lewis. And Lewis now fights his way into the 4th, get right through to the lead. Car 45, Lewis with Baldry behind him and Skeen now. But have a look at Michael Halley. Halley now, the Peter Lack runs horse to run by. Oh, look at Lackworth. He's going around the outside of 3 cars, make that 4. Is he about to make it 5? He's found the line. Oh, hang on, he got smacked the small one there. He got a short back and side there from Shane Sheen. And now he's got to do it all over again. Neil Lewis out in front. 2nd place is Baldry. Michael Halley into 3rd place. The Caboolture Flyer, the world's fastest concreter. If you were a quick dry cement, this is the bloke who invented it. Halley now on the outside of the XS Falcon. He's got Russell Baldry. Remember me? On the backside of Baldry's car. Here goes. 71 then behind them, tries to find a way through. And that's David Bush. As is well known, is starting to get frustrated. Michael Halley, the XS Falcon, trying to find a way around. Very quick between turns 3 and
through. And have a look at Lack. That car's not the same after that bit of contact, Trevor.
No, it certainly isn't. Wes might have adjusted the steering rack just a little bit there. He had a pretty big hit on the outside wall, but certainly a little bit floaty in the front there, but he's trying to find a way past Top. Top doing the best job he can. Of course, that door taped up from the previous heat where someone tried to go through the right-hand rear door. But out in front, Lewis doing it easy. The Logan City bus line car. Let's hope he doesn't drive the bus as quick as he's driving this thing.
No, but he's done a great job. Halley now's got to run down the inside. Aldridge with red notice. Halley lets him out the corner, but comes back and he's mid-track again. Aldridge now knows that Halley's got some pace out of turn number 2. Aldridge missed that inside front. Have a look at the air on into here comes Michael Halley. He sits London and throws the Falcon up the inside. Aldridge car bouncing on the suspension. Aldridge car very untidy. Halley now under second place. Have a look at Lewis as he shakes his way through the slower traffic. Michael Halley trying to track him down. He's got 3 laps to do it. I don't think he's got time. The slower traffic that looks like, I'm not too sure.
I've got to say, Aldridge's car over the back there, Wes, I think the bounce through that set of turns before was a bit too much for it. Slowing down on the outside wall there. But Lewis still out in front, doing it easy. Halley now through. Got past Hughes, the car of Hughes is just not running the way it should tonight.
That's David Bush come out in 3rd place. Have a look at Peter Lack as he fights his way back through. He wants 3rd place. We've got 1 lap remaining. Russell Baldry onto the infield, gets it out of the way. Cooper now running to the rear of the field, but here comes our race winner, Neil Lewis. Michael Halley up to 2nd. 3rd is David Bush. Oh, have a look at Peter Lack. He threw everything at that. I don't think it was good enough, though. Trevor, what a heat.
Certainly was. As Baldry goes across the line to be classed as a finisher, every point is important here in the championship. And I've got to say, Wes, whoever made the springs for that car of Baldry's.
3 places from last week's chart. Here she is at 13 with the remix of I'm Not a...
All right, here we go. Another great round of racing. Jason Jolly on pole. This is going to be a hard one for anybody to get in. On the outside, have a look at Mickelin. Jolly now down on the pole line, but have a look who's stuck up the inside. That's car 42, and if I'm not mistaken, it certainly will be. That's Sid Whittaker. Sid Whittaker and Jason Jolly doing battle. Whittaker now, a bit of a tap on Jolly. Oh, there's more spits over there with a ballet. Yellow lights are on. Yellow lights are on.
I think we're going to need a tow truck to get car. Is it car 47 out of there?
Sid Whittaker going to run. Away they go. Oh, it's all happening. Hagel now caught up in an incident there as well. Whittaker's running very hard on the inside. They're all trying to find traction. And I know they're all running high. Have a look at the pace of this. Oh, he's over. That's up and over.
That was just drifting its way up towards the top. Where's got high, bicycle, hit the wall, and it was good night on ring.
Well, I tell you what, we might send David straight down there with the mic to find out what went on. That was absolutely incredible. Whittaker's running very hard on the inside. They're all trying to find traction. And I know they're all running high. Have a look at the pace of this. Oh, he's over! That's up and over.
That was just drifting its way up towards the top. Where's got high, bicycle, hit the wall.
Being a Titanic start, Whittaker's shown that his car's quick. And Whittaker and Jolly start trading pace fairly early on. Sid Whittaker around the outside. He looks like he's going to get a whole lot of drive out there, and Whittaker now has no answer. Jolly's car missing a little bit of fiberglass early on, but have a look at Bagel. Bagel now, the John Deere car. Makes his way up to the inside. Whittaker's down second. Oh, Pagel gets it all sideways coming out of turn 2 and loses a lot of drive going forward. Jason Jolly's got the John Chan car sitting extremely confidently on the road. And our Australian champion, James on the fourth. Here comes an old Australian champion, Pagel, up on the inside. And the battle between the V6 Commodores is where they go. Oh, big move down the inside, then Pagel deposed back to fourth place. But he makes his way back through, and Wilson really starting to stamp some domination. He's been quick all night in the pancake car. Todd Doyle now finds his way over the back of Walling. He's trying to find a way around the wall. He's starting to go forward. Here he comes. Wilson, and Wilson comes underneath Whittaker, and so does Pagel. So Sid Whittaker now finds himself back in fourth place. He was second a minute ago. Walling now. Doyle down on the inside. Doyle starting to come forward in the Federal Electrical car. Australian champion out in front and is stamping some domination of the seat. The Pancake Factory car, Wilson in second. John Deere with Mark Pagels in third place. And Sid Whittaker's trying to hold on Todd Doyle. Doyle now down on the inside of Whittaker, and he's come cleanly through. And so does Walling. Now Walling up the inside. This is an interesting battle. Whittaker's got caught up with the high line, no drive there, and he's going backwards. In front, Jason Jolly. Wilson now. The Pancake Kitchen. Edwards now. He probably knows he's got Pagel behind him. We've got 5 laps remaining. Jolly got a big push in mid-track. Starting to get a little bit bounced in, a bit calm again in turn number 4. 4 laps remaining. They're starting to think, oh, have a look at the movement. Poor old Sid Whittaker's going backwards. The setup he had to run so strongly with at the start is nowhere near what he needs to run with now. Big contact at the rear of his. He's got a lot of pedal work to do before he brings it out for the next heat. 3 laps remaining. Jason Jolly's starting to clear out. He's got the length of the straight now. Second place Wilson. Third back to back. Oh, we've got a very, very unhappy V6 Commodore here. There's more smoke coming out of that than you've got any idea. They've got the flag ready for him. The officials are going to show him it. He'd had probably no idea, maybe apart from an oil light coming out of the car. But that's definitely all coming out. Last lap. Last lap. Jason Jolly wins this one. Start to finish. Second place, Roy Wilson. Third hasn't been decided yet. Here we go. Pagel takes it from Doyle. Then we go back to Walling. That was a great effort. Really, really was. And how lucky was that going to be? He tell you what, Pagel just hung on to the last. How much smoke was starting to come out of that car, David?
Well, Chris Waters, you're looking nice and comfortable there in the office.
Yeah, about ready to go to work.
Chris, you're from Mildura in Victoria. It's a long way to come.
Yeah, about nearly 2,000 kilometres for us.
And have you had a chance to check out the track yet?
I've walked it, that's about all so far.
That rain last night didn't do us any favours. It's didn't enable much practice time at all.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's the same except for the locals. I suppose they have an advantage over us, but we'll see what happens at the end of the night.
Good luck with that over the weekend, mate.
Thank you very much.
Wheels and tyres, especially here in Toowoomba, make sure you give a quick bit of call, because if it fits, we'll do it quick. That quick fit. The Colour Fast Albion Auto Care sponsored car. On the outside him, the Lindy Fork Trucks car of Chris Waters, that fantastic AU Falcon XR6, sorry. Ferguson gets the foot down. Have a look at his man leading off. Ferguson kicking the inside wheel of the goal. Have a look at what's going on here. Someone throw a bucket of water over those 3 Falcons. XR6 Falcon. And Fergie's got the start this time. Waters got caught napping. And Ferguson's starting to clear out. Have a look at Wayne Gilroy.
Gilroy down on the inside. The first of the Gilroy cars makes its way through. But Bergie down in front of Cortina, rather 3 to 8. The car 65 then behind him is the first of Gilroy cars. Then we go back to Waters. Then we go back to the second of Gilroy's car, which is car number 75. That's Wayne, Miles, sorry. And that track's starting to run blue. Here comes Greg Raymond. Have a look at Max Bennett on the outside. He just went round Raymond like he was standing still. Up the inside of Hagel he goes. He thought he never said to do that. Hagel now defending. Oh, we've got one hot Commodore. Steam starting to come to the Commodore. As Bennett tries to find a way underneath. First, second and third are starting to scarper away. Chris Waters now starting to get the measure of Bergie and that fantastic yellow colour fast Cortina. Have a look at the Falcon all over the magazine. Here comes Max Bennett. Oh, he washes up in turn number 2, then 3 and Max Barrett. It's a 4th three-way turn. Raymond, oh, Bennett. Travis Barrett on the inside. Barrett now really close to the pole line. Raymond trying to find a way around. There's 2 races in one here. I can't keep up. Waters now on the inside of Bergie. Bergie tries to run around the inside. Gilroy's come up there. Pearson's found himself up in 4th place. Chris Waters now, the Lindy Claw. Ferguson washes up and takes Waters up with him. Gilroy drops in now. Here comes Ed Pearson. Gilroy trying to find a way around the Falcon. Raymond's come out of this battle. He's cleared from Bennett, and he's also gotten away from Trav Barrett. Running off the rear of the field, I never thought we'd hear that, is Gary Bagel. Ferguson now, 4 laps to go. Kenny Keith. Chris Waters in the Lindy Forklift. Ahu XR6 Falcon off the back. Gilroy starting into the push. Here he comes. Waters on the inside. Ferguson on the outside. Ferguson likes to run up high. Ferguson there's 2 of the rest down the back. Side by side they go. Waters goes in. Ferguson drops down the pole line to be side by side again. Ferguson now. Haswell got the inside. No movement there. We have 2 laps remaining. Waters is really starting to get away with it now. Now he's got that break. So Chris Waters comes around to get the white flag. He's got 1 lap left to go. Ferguson couldn't hold him off. Ferguson in second place. Third is Gilroy. And Gilroy in 3rd place and sat there for the last 8 laps. But a great win this is going to be. He sat on the back for a long time. Chris Waters takes the win. 2nd place goes to Bergie. 3rd place goes to Gilroy, and Raymond sneaks home ahead of Pearson in 4th place. And that was a crackerjack race. David, a few of your thoughts from that heat. Steve Price, Glenn Truen, Brian Leroy, Flood, Watts, Trapp, Dustin Horn's not here, so Steve Thompson comes up on into position number 10. This is going to be a great heat. Watch Ashley Parkinson. He's been so unlucky so far. But also watch Darren Truen. Here they turn. Truen a little bit cautious as they come into turn number 1. But have a look at Steve Price. He starts to make his way forward. Out in front, Ashley Parkinson got a good turn of speed out of his car. Body just comes through. Price is now through. Truen in 4th place. We've got a boundary rider up on the top. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what looks like Ronnie Watt. Watts now drops inside Leroy. Leroy doesn't give him any room. But Ashley Parkinson now settles the black Commodore into his room and starts to drive forward. Brian Leroy in the Corvette Queensland car now with a whole lot of Ron Watts all over him. He's going to know all about this very shortly. Monty's got a good turn of speed happening out of his Commodore. Price is doing a great job. Truen seems to be holding up Brian Leroy at this stage. Ron Watson. Then we go back to some of the other cars. With Steve Thompson languishing at the rear of the field, that doesn't seem right. Leroy's that bonnet flapping, Ron Watts down. Trying to find a way around. Truan's got one, maybe two cars to attack him. He's a little bit slow out of turn number 4, and that lets Leroy come onto him. The Falcon Sutton seems to be quick out of that corner. Leroy now into turn number 1, straight on the inside of Truan. Truan won't want to make a mistake and get him in the push because it'll be Brian Leroy up and on. Up the inside, Price, he's got, Polly. He's been to understeer then as he turns into midway between 3 and 4. Track's starting to get a little bit bouncy down there. Cars are starting to like it. They're starting to bounce around quite heavily. Bloody now. Makes his way in front of Steve Thompson, and Thompson's got a handful of mishandling dramas in that AU Falcon. Have a look at Truan. He's got him coming at him from everywhere. If he can make that car 15 foot wider, he would. The Caboolture Flyer's got everybody at him. He's got Price on the outside. He's now got, that looks like it was. Watson has gone down inside Ronnie Watson. Here comes Brian Leroy. So Truan now up into 3rd place. So Ronnie Watson said, I'll have a video too. So Ron Watson's got past Brian Leroy. Here comes Ron Watts. He found a wide up on the inside of Truan but couldn't get the power now. 3 laps remaining. Our race lead around the front is Ashley Parkinson. And Parkinson's got this car absolutely in a groove. The antenna specialist, BS Commodore. Pottage in the older series Commodore doing a great job. Oh no, Parkinson's got the fuming happening of the last 2 laps. Is this a problem with the V6? And have a look at Truan. He's got all of his cars backed up behind him. He's got Watts, he's got Price, he's got Leroy. And he's got Ruff as well. We have got 1 lap remaining. 1 lap remaining. Truan now, Watts up on the inside. Big contact with him and Truan as he tries to force his way through. Here comes our race leader and not in the initial time. Ashley Parkinson takes a Pottage goes in for second. The race isn't over. Have a look at Brian Leroy and Watts. Trading mate Truan hangs on. Truan hangs on. Watts comes in for the place behind him. And I don't know whether you saw that right near the end, David, but if Glenn Truan could have added 6 foot to either side of his car, he would have loved it.
Well, Jason Jolly, you are the defending Australian Modified Production Champion. How much pressure's that got on you right now?
Oh, mate, that's the thing. You come here, you know, you're not chasing it now, you're defending it, and that's the worst part about it. But car's been going pretty good. We've had a few letdowns through the season, but hopefully we've got it all sorted out to try to defend it this weekend.
Is it harder to chase it or defend it?
Mate, it's harder to defend it now because you can only go home. You can go home winning it or go home without it on there.
Either way, it's going to be one hell of a feature race tomorrow night. Who's your pick other than yourself?
Mate, everyone. No one, as I said to Wes last year at Lismore, everyone's a threat. There's no one I think you could narrow out to it, but you just got to run it, do your best you can. Your heats, try to qualify off the front.
You're going out pretty much straight away now to do your first practice session. Last night it rained on us and we couldn't practice. Has that put any added pressure on yourself and the drivers knowing that you've got to go from practice straight into your heats?
Yeah, last night would have been good for everyone, just not good for us. So you can just we've run here before, but you get a bit of feel off the track. If you want to change some stuff today, you can. And just, but obviously you haven't got much time if you want to change stuff. So just go out and have a run, see what happens.
Jason, good luck with it over this weekend. It's the biggest one of the year for you guys, and I wish you well.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
And of course, David, this event being brought to us by that pace car that's out there in front.
Australian Modified Production Champion in his own right, and of course Chris Burns, plumbing and gas fitting, Supertune, Autoland and McGrath Toyota.
All right, what's going to start? Have a look at Greg Raymond trying to find a way through there. It's all happening for him at this stage. Spalding's trying to find a way, and he's been overcome by on the outside. Car number 10, Trevor Mills now washes up a bit high. Have a look who's stacked through the centre. Car number 17, that's Justin Drew. He's been really a force, but really he's had a couple of unlucky runs. Comes with the rear in one heat tonight and comes through to 2nd or 3rd place. But Justin Drew now out in front and has got a clean set here to start to drive away from Mills at number 2. on the inside. Gary Brown. Oh, big hit into the wall. Sid Whittaker up there. Rob Spalding, the birthday boy, I think that's his car as well.
He is really trying hard tonight. That's that guy in the Croy Auto car, the Croy Auto Wreckers car, car number 29, the old Falcon. Arthur Whedon would like that, I'm sure.
Justin Drew now leads in the way. Watch for Mills to try and get a better start. Drew gets the best. Have a look at Brownie. Brownie straight over the back of Mills' car. And Raymond, I don't know what happened then, went straight back to the rear. We've got in this race Chris Waters and the AU Falcon. He's starting to come through now as well. Sid Whittaker has got to chase his car. This car doesn't like the highline and he can't get down. A lot of the cars are starting to trail a bit of smoke. It's starting to be a hard weekend. They're revving quite high out there. But Justin Drew out in front. Brownie now. Oh, did you see car 10 there? Trevor Mills popped her up on two wheels. Up against the wall he goes. That car's looking rather nervous through turns 1 and 2. And they make the way right now. Oh, no. We've lost the wheel. Big contact. Have a look at the damage to this car. Behind him is car 10, Trevor Mills. Drew gets a good start. The light goes green. Brownie goes with him. He wants to do nothing this time. Mills is trying to find his way around. Have a look at Jacoby's car. I just think he's lumped that. Jacoby's car's got more smoke coming out than he knows what to do with. I think that's even getting worse as he's going around. Well. That's not a good start or a good night for Jacoby so far. Well, that's one you can make your way across to after what damage it will be doing to the gearbox. But out in front, Justin Drew has really been the class in this field so far. We've got 7 laps remaining. With Gary Brown up behind him and Brownie. Let's happy again at the start. Mills has gone with him. Jacoby around the outside. Sid Whittaker now trying to find a way down the inside. Good drive for him out of the old Falcon. Raymond now starting to come on as well. Jacoby drifts round to the rear. Raymond now out in pursuit of third place. But have a look at out in front, Justin Drew really has got this bull by the horn. Oh, washes up terribly. In turn 3, setting high to turn 4 as Gary Brown fell flat. Oh, there goes Raymond. Raymond and Mills. Front has been all of the 7 laps completed so far this evening. Well, good start. The cars start to pick up that left front and start to bicycle the front end right through that corner. Raymond still, round goes one to Jacoby. So Jacoby's turned around.
So he's a very, very versatile race car driver. And like you say, he's just there waiting on that opportunity. Back to you.
Well, let's start this thing from out the 6th time this week. And Justin Drew doesn't get the start he had the last time. Have a look at Greg Raymond, Gary Brown, they mean business. Mills up the inside of Whittaker. This is going to be interesting turn number 3. Well, here they go. Raymond now starting to find some farewell. He's given Brownie a bit of a touch-up. Brownie now recovers. Here comes Mills back on the inside of Raymond. He says, remember me. Raymond now falling back into the clutches to Sid Whittaker. Here comes Mills. He's starting to push his way through as well. Out in front though, Justin Drew, 3 laps to go, has got a great big gap. All back to Brownie now. Brownie's back in the 2nd place. Down in front, Justin Drew, the Victorian car. Gary Brown, Queensland number 2. Mills now, a little bit of push, drag himself up onto the wall. Raymond now, for fourth. Last one lap remaining. Here comes our race winner around to get the checkered flag. Eventually he does. Justin Drew takes the win. Second to Gary Brown. Third goes through to car number 10. And that's Trevor Mills with Raymond up into fourth place.
Well, Gary Pagel, welcome back to Modified Production.
We'll give it another whirl, see what it's like.
The last time I spoke to you here, you were driving a super sedan and you were leading the Australian Grand Prix there for a while.
Yeah, the car was working really, really well. I had a bit of a problem with my glasses and brushed the wall and broke a J-bar, and that was the end of that.
This is Modified Production's biggest weekend of the year. How do you feel about going into it?
Well, it all depends on what happens with the racetrack. If it goes slick, it'll suit this car. If it doesn't, I'll be struggling, but we'll give it a go.
Gary, good luck over the next couple of nights, and it'll be lovely to see you make that final tomorrow night.
Yeah, we just got to stay out of trouble a bit, and hopefully we'll be up there.
Troy Brittle's actually got a bit of fiberglass on the back of there already. Great to see that car back. The guys must have worked pretty hard to repair half of that panel. Up they come. Lights off the pace car, the quick fit pace car, of course. Troy Brittle now, Alan Irwin on the outside. Thompson's going to get a good run underneath. Brittle got caught. Alan Irwin's pulled up the high line, let them all go fast. Neil Lewis and Brett Barron doing battle. Barron got caught on the outside, and now he's trying to drive round. But Troy Brittle now. Out in front, Steve Thompson now on the inside. Car 34 behind them is of course Neil Watson. And Watson now tries the high line and goes round Steve Thompson in second place. He's now going to try Troy Brittle on the high line as well as they turn into turn number 3. Oh, round he comes. And he eventually gets in front. Great drive by Watson. So now Neil Watson, the victorious 34. Russell Baldry having all sorts of problems out the back. Darren Pottage. Oh, here we go. Brett Barron. Brett Barron's an interesting little foray into precision driving then by Brett Barron. But the lights have gone out. We're looking for a restart. They'll go green very shortly. This will be big time. Troy Brittle behind him. Steve Thompson probably the best beat he's had so far. Russell Baldry now. He tries to make his way forward to Queensland number 1. Now, up the inside of Steve Thompson into turn number 3, so Baldry goes up into third place. Here comes Brett Barron. Barron and Darren Pottage now, side by side. Barron still goes around the outside, keeps the car high. Now back on the inside, they're going to be 3 wide down the back. Barron got served up. Irwin now. Nowhere to move. And this is a fantastic thing. Neil Lewis riding the high line, trying to follow Barron around. But out in front, car 34, that's Neil Watson, the V6 Commodore, out in front and doing a great job. Troy Brittle. Mr. Consistency here tonight is undershot by Russell Baldry. Oh, Barron up on the inside of Pottage, got really down low at turn number 1. Pottage getting good drive between turns 2 and 3. Oh, Thompson's got a problem with the balcony. He's up high, looking for a way to come down. Luckless night for Steve Thompson. But I tell you what, the drive here at car 34, that of Neil Watson has been totally dominant. Car's looked good, it's sounded great, and it's been on the money so far this heat. Baldry has no answer for Troy Brittle. We then go back to Pottage and Lewis as they run nose to tail around the back of the circuit. 4 laps remaining. Baldry a bit closer to Troy Brittle now. The Fixit Auto Wreckers car of Russell Baldry. Trying to find its way up on the inside. He's now closer to the back of Troy Brittle, waiting for a mistake. The AR removal car is Troy Brittle. Here comes Russell Baldry. The Fixit Auto Wreckers car up on the inside, the side by side into turn 3. Brittle hasn't given in. They've tangled a little bit through the corner. That's allowed Pottage to come up the inside and Troy Brittle as well. Neil Lewis and the Falcons pretty keen about this as well. We've got 2 laps remaining. They're now coming up the lap. Brett Barrett. But our race leaders should be given 1 more lap to do. Baldry now in 2nd place. Troy Brittle in 3rd. Pottage in 4th. Lewis now trying to get a run on Pottage. Is he going to have room down the bottom? They all throw it into the bottom corner. Have a look at this, Troy Brittle. Troy Brittle's going to have to hold on desperately. I think Pottage is going to get him. Pottage got him. Brittle into the place behind, and Lewis nearly come away with it all in front of him. He was saying before that the old car here's had a bit of a sook and laid in the corner because he's been throwing brand new tyres at the new car all night, and this car's hardly had a thing turned on it. He's very, very happy with the performance of the older car. The lights will go off the pace car. We will get a start this time. Black now just drives up onto the line, expect him to be hanging on Walling. He's going to have a roll at the start. David Stretton running on the outside of this roll. Black on the outside, Walling now has no defence. Black really is having a great time. Walling there. Oh, they're going everywhere. Really, that start was not real good for some. Apart from Peter Lack. Michael Halley's got a flat right rear. He's got problems. He's got a very bad Emily car. He'll know that tyre's flat. But out in front is Peter Lack. He's had a great night so far. Bob Walling is 2nd. That does look like behind him. Walling's got a problem as well. The Walling's starting to pull it up high. Car 59 comes fast. And Jim Spires now falls into 2nd place behind Peter Lack. 3rd place is held down by another Falcon. That's car 13, Graham Bing. But I tell you what, Glenn Haddon has finally found some form in the John Jones's Commodore. Yellow lights are on. And Michael Halley's been shown a flag he didn't want to see for that flat tyre. So's 59. That's Jim Spires. That's his 2nd flat tonight. Bing now trying to get in contact with him. Down he goes, car 05. Through the Lack. Bing now, under assault. 3rd place is David Strent. Here comes Glenn Haddon. Up into 3rd place. Have a look inside the Centura. Around the outside, 99 McDonald. Glenn now really starting to throw the Commodore around. Can't match it for speed in a straight line. Car handling quite well, but not the horsepower. 6 laps remaining, halfway distance. Haddon now around the outside of McDonald. McDonald keeps him behind. Haddon's going to keep on the outside. This is a great drive by the rookie driver from Sandgate. On the outside of the V6 Commodore. Now he comes back on the inside. The Haddon now McDonald having a great battle. This is a battle for 4th place. Stretton now comes back to these 2 cars. This is 3rd now they're battling for. Black's out in front. Bingle's got 2nd in control. And Haddon's trying to find a way around McDonald. McDonald's trying to get past Stretton. 4 laps remaining. Stretton now, that Centura's not a happy car. Here comes Glenn Haddon on the inside again of McDonald. He's up inside McDonald now. Stratton's going to hold him up. They're going to tag up the back. Anyway, around this Centura's around the outside, Glenn. If he tries to find a way underneath, over the top, anyway, past he can. McDonald now into 3rd place. Glenn Hammond now trying to find a way around the outside. That's the widest century you've ever seen. Hammond now really lacking the horsepower to go to the outside. He's just trying to wind it up. One more lap to go. Peter Lack's going to win another one, it looks like, in the old car. The old faithful Woodcock Seedling 05 car takes another win. With Graham Bing in for second. Third will be McDonald. And Hammond tries desperately to get in front of David Stretton. Halley rolls across the point. He's just had a luckless night. And don't discount Ron Watts off the front line. Wayne Gilroy been very fast all night as well. This is going to be a good heat. Bergie's on the second row, inside right. Inside left, sorry, he's going to be a happy boy as well. The colour fast Albert Auto Care car. As they make their way around Bergie now. Tries to fire around the outside, Ron Watts. He hasn't given it up. Here comes Bergie up on the inside. So Bergie for colour fast and also Albert Auto Care doing a great job. Oh, a bit of push and shove happening here. Here we go. Well, great. All right, going for the restart. Have a look at this. Car number 23. That's Robert Trapp now still up there. Have a look at Peter Lack. He's on the money. Peter Lack now. He's got Hooper on the outside of him, and Greg Morley now trying to find a way through as well. Here comes Peter Lack. Oh, Peter Lack now doesn't care about the bodywork. He's all scarred up. As he starts to push the brand new VX Commodore up the inside of Robert Trapp's VX Commodore. Have a look at Walling now. On the outside, right around the outside goes Peter Lack. And Robert Trapp's got no answer, and out he goes inside. Trapp goes Walling. Walling and Trapp lock arms through turn number 4. But Duggan's got nothing left on the front of his car. Him and Gilroy are doing battle. Over the back to Steve Price, limping around. He's going to be a boundary rider for this event. Staying up high out of everybody's way. 8 laps remaining. Peter Lack now finally gets the VX Commodore out in front and starts turning some serious fast laps. Second place is Walling. This has been his best run so far. Third is the car and Trapp. Fourth is Gilroy with Duggan come through with him. And Price flipping around on the boundary. 7 laps remaining. I've called this name far too many times in the lead tonight. There's something seriously not to be wrong. But Peter Lack in the Woodcock Seedlings car really has been dominating tonight. And in the new car that really has been the lesser of the two. Of course, running the old car now finds himself out in front with a clean set of heels and are having to hold off. Greg Walling and Castletree has an answer at this stage. Gilroy now sizing up the car of Greg Walling. We've got 4 laps remaining. This is a very interesting race. Car number 23. Robert Trapp finds himself trying to pull Greg Walling back, but doesn't seem to have the answer. 3 laps remaining. Our race leader coming up to start lapping cars. He's up on the Price now, straight on the inside, turn number 2 he goes. He's coming up with a Warren Hooper, he won't offer any resistance as well. 1 lap remaining. Peter Lack trying to find a way where Warren Hooper. Hooper the Shoreline Transport car, left straight down the inside. Put your hands together for him. Peter Lack takes the win in car 5-5. second, Red Walling third, Toronto Trap. And I tell you what, David, finally a good run for car 55, Peter Lack. And now that it's got a bit of fiberglass from White, Jason Jolly, Trevor Hughes, Glenn Truen and Ed Pearson. This is going to be a good heat. Watch for Jason Jolly. Wilson gets a good start as a Pancake Kitchen car. On the outside goes Chris Top, now back on the inside. Wilson has to defend. Have a look at, oh, we've got one washed up there that looks like Jerry Flood. The one car 61 comes through. And that's Brian Galley. He really started to throw the VL corridor out. In comes Jason Jolly, our reigning Australian champion, the John Chan Motors. The Lismore Flyer, Charlton now up on the inside of car number 76, of course, is Chris Dopp. But Jolly now up on the inside, he's going to grab one, he's going to grab two, he's in a good move. He's down to third place, we're fighting for it at least. But Top hasn't given in at this stage. Jolly settles back for fourth. On the outside, running high, is Brian Galley. But out in front, Wilson is really starting to show everyone a very clean set of heels. Sullivan got that car hooked up quite nicely. But Top is doing everything he can to defend against Jason Jolly. David Bush now finds himself out in front of Brian Galley and on the... Oh, Galley! Up against the wall in third, number 3. Looked like something failed. Just looks like that failed slightly then. The car just seemed to go all understeering right mid-corner. Further to push it through its head up. He may have peeled the tyre before he hit the wall.
Yeah, that's possible, mate. The front end of that car.
Good start. Wilson now still leads him away. Sullivan up on his back. He's finally got a good start. The green and yellow corridor. Jason Jolly's back in fourth place. He's trying to find a way down inside that car at Chris Top. But have a look at Sullivan. Oh, Jason Jolly. Up nice and high. Here comes David Bush now. He's got the stiffer blood. Truett's got no end at this stage. He's following White through. But the pace is so quick up front. If you're not exactly on the money, you can't run it. Jason Jolly now. On the inside, have a look at Wilson and Sullivan do a battle. This is playing its hand in a two battles there. First, second, and third, and fourth. Oh, have a look at White down the inside of the Bushy. Great move there by White up to fifth place. Jolly now tries his hand down the inside. Sullivan can't find a way around Wilson. This is a great beat. Jason Jolly out in fourth place there and really has no answer for the three cars in front of him. Sullivan trying everything he can to get around. We have 3 laps remaining. 3 laps remaining and these guys think it's a sprint race. Jolly now. So let's have a look at Darren White up on the Australian champion. Car 58, Darren White says, I don't care with the Australian champion, you're in my way. 2 laps remaining. Wilson's gone into defence mode. Sullivan now trying to burrow his way underneath the Pancake Kitchen car. On the outside he goes, watch the switch back on the inside. Good move there by Sullivan. They're side by side in the third number 3. And I tell you what, it's going to go down to the flag. They're up alongside each other. There's rubbing. I don't know. Wilson will take it. Sullivan gets second. I think we did set out Chris Top there, but you could have thrown a blanket over Darren White and Jason Jolly.
Car driver to talk to us, and this one just came up to me and said, I want to talk to you. When I asked him why, I let him explain. Oh, I heard him saying before, no one will talk to him, so I'll hold that against you. Congratulations, a great win, and we look forward to some more great racing from you tomorrow night.
All right, thanks very much.
Back to you, Wes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Anthony Wilson. All right, Travis Barron on the inside, on the outside of him. It's Brian Leroy. Have a look at Todd Doyle. No Seaboarders there, straight up the inside. He's having a big look at Travis Barron as well. So the better electrical car goes forward now. Have a look at the Gagler car toward the center. Max Bennett doing battle with 41. The car is Darren Cockrell. And now Brian Leroy's up inside of Travis Barron as well. Here comes Ashley Parkinson. Oh, Barron up against the wall very hard. Something's broken to the front of Barron's car. He's trying to get it down off the wall, but it's not having a bar of it. We're waiting for the rest of the field to come around. Have a look at the commotion going on. Oh, here we go. Cockrell and the 12-man Queensland car there. And Brian Leroy coming into battle. Max Bennett now up the inside as well. Barrett's got his car down off the wall. So Todd Doyle leads them away. Then we go back to Ashley Parkinson. Parkinson back to Brian Leroy, Max Bennett. Then we go back to, it looks like Go Lightly's out, having a big move up the inside. He has. Go Lightly's trying to get himself off the wooden spoon up the inside of Chris Jensen. So Go Lightly now on the inside of Jensen. The Commodores are in battle for last place. Mark Pagel, very unusual to see him running in the rear of the field. Bernie Drainey's car. A really competitive car, but the quality of the cars in front is so good tonight. Todd Doyle now, half race distance, 6 laps to go. The better electrical Corvette Queensland car doing battle against the antenna services car of Ashley Parkinson. Corvette Queensland second car, Brian Leroy. Now it's absolutely under siege. Have a look at that pass of the maneuver. Just sheer road speed if you come up the inside. That's car 41, which is Darren Cockrell. Mark Pagel, no answer at this stage, has got himself in front of Max Bennett. And now it's after Brian Leroy. First race goes through, 3 laps to go. Here comes Mark Pagel. If he can put this thing on the top 20, he's got that much experience in feature race running. He really is a chance of the title. Bennett's got problems over in turn number 2. The fire's gone out of Jensen's car. Cockrell's car, the big heavy to the right-hand rear door. Last lap time for our race leaders. He comes around now. But Ashley Parkinson started to close the gap. The Corvette Queensland Better electrical car on Todd Doyle is under siege. 1 more lap to go. Parkinson knows he can catch him. Can he? Charlie, I don't think he can. Doyle in the last time in the turns 3 and 4. He'll take this win. Todd Doyle takes the win for Corvette Queensland and Better Electrical. Parkinson will take second place. Third is Darren Cockrell. Brian Leroy comes through with Mark Pagel. And I'll tell you what, Max Bennett's really started to fall away. His earlier successes